Have you ever felt like you're chasing success, climbing the corporate ladder, getting all the promotions, but still feeling empty? Like you're running on a hamster wheel and the finish line just keeps moving further away? This was the life of Li Wei, a young man striving in the bustling heart of Shanghai. He had it all on paper, the job, the accolades, the apartment in the city. But every night, a quiet emptiness would creep in, a feeling he just couldn't shake. One day, a call came from his grandfather, a wise old man who had lived through war and famine. His voice was calm but firm. "Come to the countryside," he said. "There is something I want to show you." Li Wei, tired of the city's relentless pace, reluctantly agreed. He traveled from the concrete jungle to the misty mountains, a world away from his daily grind. His grandfather led him through winding paths until they reached a serene grove of bamboo. The stalks stood tall, swaying gently in the breeze. Some were perfectly straight, others bent in graceful arcs. "Look closely, grandson," his grandfather urged. Li Wei looked, but all he saw was, well, bamboo. "What am I supposed to see?" he asked, a bit impatiently. The old man just smiled, a knowing glint in his eye. "Watch," he said. And as if on cue, the sky darkened. A storm, sudden and fierce, rolled in over the mountains. The wind howled, lashing against the trees with incredible force. Li Wei watched in awe as the taller, more rigid trees in the forest strained against the gale. Then, with a sickening crack, one snapped, its trunk splintering under the pressure. Another soon followed, but the bamboo was different. It bent low, almost to the ground, its leaves whispering in the wind. It yielded to the storm's power, swaying and bending, but it did not break. They endure. He then quoted the ancient sage, Confucius, "The gem cannot be polished without friction, nor man perfected without trials." The words hit Li Wei with unexpected force. He had been trying to be a mighty oak, standing firm and unyielding, but he was breaking inside. Maybe the secret was to be like the bamboo. Later that evening, as they sat by a gently flowing river, his grandfather shared another piece of wisdom, this time from Laozi. "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. You see this river, Li Wei? You cannot control its flow, just as you cannot control the wind. But you can control how you walk beside it, how you navigate its course." In that moment, everything clicked. It was a profound realization. Li Wei saw that he had been fighting life, not living it. He was so focused on reaching a destination that he resisted every twist and turn in the river. He was so afraid of failure, of not looking strong, that he had become brittle. True success wasn't about a list of achievements. It was about resilience. When a project at work hit a major roadblock, he didn't panic or despair. He adapted, found a new solution, and steered the team through the challenge. He was flexible, not fragile. He started mending fences in his personal life too. He reached out to an old friend he'd had a falling out with, letting go of the grudge he had been holding on to for years. He forgave, not because the other person deserved it, but because he deserved peace. He started pursuing hobbies and goals that genuinely made him happy, not just ones that looked good on a resume. He started painting again, something he had loved as a child but abandoned because it wasn't productive. He was learning to bend without breaking. He was learning to grow through the storms of life, not just resist them. He found that by letting go of his rigid expectations, he became stronger. By accepting that he couldn't control everything, he gained a sense of control over what truly mattered, his own response, his own peace of mind. The emptiness that had haunted his nights began to fade, replaced by a quiet confidence and a sense of purpose he had never known. Years passed. Li Wei was now a husband and a father. One sunny afternoon, he brought his own children to that same bamboo grove in the mountains. The air was filled with the sound of their laughter as they ran between the tall, green stalks. He gathered them close, and just as his grandfather had done for him, he shared the story of the bamboo and the storm. Life will send its storms, he told them, his voice soft but sure. There will be times when the wind blows so hard you feel like you might snap. But remember the bamboo. Be strong by being flexible. Bend, but don't break. Endure, grow, and you will rise higher than you ever imagined. As he stood there, watching his children play, a gentle breeze rustled the bamboo leaves. In that sound, he could almost hear the echo of his grandfather's voice, a timeless wisdom carried on the wind, a truth that had transformed his life. True strength is not found in resisting the currents of life, but in learning to flow with them. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed, like you're about to break under the pressure, remember the bamboo. Take a deep breath. It's okay to bend. It's okay to be flexible. That's not weakness. It's the deepest form of strength. It's how we endure, how we grow, and how we ultimately find our way.